This is David McLean of Skinny Double Music Lab and the Lexington Music Awards, and you are listening to quedUPRadio.
What's up? This is your boy Q, quedUPRadio. I recently took a trip out to Lexington, Kentucky to talk with David McLean, founder of LEXI-Fest and Lexington Music Awards, and his partnership with Greenhouse 17, an organization that provides emergency services to victims of intimate abuse.
LEXI-Fest is a spin-off of the Lexington Music Awards. Lexington Music Awards are designed to honor not only sort of a standard, best rock, best country, best jazz, but also honor individual musicianship the way you'd find like in, guitar magazines, drummer magazines, for things like Best Drummer, Best Guitar, things of that nature. And we also have a thing for venues, and well, not even venues, I mean for the industry side of things, best music company, best live venue, best recording engineer, recording studio, best music store, things of that nature. In fact, we're sitting in one of the nominated music stores now. And it was designed to take a music community that's always fairly fragmented. Most music communities are by nature, and that's fine. But we wanted to help bring them together because there's so many things that go on in music that often you're in depending on what you listen to, you may think that the ebb and flow of a particular scene in any given city, as it goes down, there's this tendency for people within that community or sub-community to think, well, man, the music scene's really not even big right now. The music scene's always. But something like this hopefully brings things together and exposes people to music they wouldn't otherwise be attending, and suddenly they go, wow, maybe, for example, bluegrass is my thing, but I've never seen bluegrass live. That's amazing, so I'm going to go start seeing bluegrass live. I've never been to this particular venue before. We do the LEXI-Fest here. And so the idea was to do all that once a year at the Lexington Music Awards, but then we got the idea that it would be really awesome to partnering with local charities, because a lot of musicians are do a lot of charitable type work, very famously so, but I'm just personally into local charities, as opposed, nothing against the big charities, but I think we've all heard stories of, some charity raised, $5 million, but only, 100,000 went to the actual cause, and the rest was eaten up in, bonuses and expenses and advertising and all that sort of thing. And there's good work being done in every community by people who care and work hard to change whatever particular issue is important to them. So I decided, let's do a thing where we start partnering with charities. The charity that I've decided to partner with is Greenhouse 17, domestic violence and things of that nature. They just do great work, and they're more than just a domestic violence shop. So, the idea is we do want to raise as much money as we can. We also want to raise awareness so that people know they're there, so they know if they need their assistance, they can get it. And of course, the other nice thing about awareness is then hopefully that it brings on board other people who can help support them financially. So that was the idea. We've got multiple dates coming up. We've got the big one coming up this month is June 21st, which happens to be Father's Day. We didn't do it because it was Father's Day this year. It's the International Day of Music that happens to fall on Father's Day this year. So we're going to be in multiple locations across Lexington. I think we have Versailles, if I'm not mistaken, Nicholasville, Richmond, Frankfurt have all come on board. The idea with the Lexington Music Awards is that it's community driven. I produce the show and I'm the founder of the organization, but I'm really nothing but a glorified ringleader. I don't vote. It's on the community to get involved, and that because otherwise it's just some other it's just some other awards thing that becomes, to my way of thinking, more or less meaningless. I want the community involved because it's not just about the guy up on stage making the music. It's about everybody involved, from the studios and the management, the agents and the venues and the stores where they buy their gear, and the people who go to see the shows and support the artists. So everybody's involved, and so I want everybody involved. That way the community comes forward and gets behind the artists that they believe in and votes for them, and they get in and get nominated. The other reason is because there's so much awesome talent and so few people. There's so few people aware of all the talent. I had one of the people in the audience at the last LEXI-Fest came up and just was like, "Man, I'm stunned. I've never seen, a real jazz act. Well, I thought I had until I saw, Raleigh Daly and Miles Osland doing their thing. That was stunning." And he said to have that followed by, like Carla Dover doing this authentic, Appalachian / Americana, whatever you want to call that, just generally folk kind of stuff. But again, folk sort of ends up as a catch-all. Rock is a catch-all, jazz is a catch-all, and to see like sort of the real thing, is just a wow moment for a lot of people, and then to put those on stage back to back, and so it was very exciting for the people who were there, and I was approached constantly about, I've never seen a show like this. This is amazing, and I want amazing everywhere. I want people to see amazing all the time, because there really is so much talent here. And the other nice thing about it is the artists are aware suddenly of artists that they weren't aware of before, and we've already got, I've had people call me, "Yeah, I'm collaborating with so-and-so, and I've never even known that, but then we saw each other at the thing, and so we started talking, and, now we just, so-and-so came in and did guitar tracks on my record, or so-and-so came in and, on my hip-hop project, and I had this, this girl who was singing this jazz thing over here, singing hooks on my rap album, or something." And so there's a lot of amazing things happening already because of it, and that's makes me happy. That's what I want to see. This is David McLean of Skinny Devil Music Lab and the Lexington Music Awards, and you're listening to quedUPRadio.